Right, quick confession. My last heat pump video, total flop. 5 views. Not believe that anyway. But forget that because everything's changed and this is the new update you actually need to see. Since then, we've added not one, but 2 extra units, kitchen and back bedroom. So now we can zone off rooms, close doors and save even more money. And those old myths you keep hearing, expensive to run, dries out your throat, complete nonsense. I've got real bills, real comfort and the real life experience to prove it. If you think heat pumps don't work in Britain, or you're worried about the running costs or comfort, you're going to want to see what's happening in our house over the last year. By the end of this video, you'll either be convinced or you'll have some very specific questions for me in the comments. I saved £5,000 by accident. And then I'm going to show you how I saved at least £12,000 on top of that by accident. And we're now saving a few quid every day by the fact that the 2 accidents happened. So stay tuned, find out. Back in 2016, this was happening at our house. We had an extension put on it, which was very nice. Double-story extension, and the result is it looks like that, which is very good. And this is what we've got in our bedroom, and we've got one downstairs in the gym/living room, and it's used now. It was originally a split air conditioner. This is what our house view looks like. This is why it was worth doing stuff for. But this is a bit manky. This is what it would look like in the summer. It's rather a nice view, and that's why we stay here. But anyway, back to the story. We had a problem. We had nice radiators fitted and our heating system upgraded to work with the gas on the new extension, which was fine. Cost us a lot of money in radiators. But then 3 months after that, the system failed and we couldn't get it fixed. The reason being, it's too old. The house was built in 1983, and so the system was considered too old by everybody to be fixed. It's only a cheap valve, but I can't do it myself, and nobody else will do it for us. So we had to use, for the winter, the air conditioning on the heat setting. And because of the way the thing works, this was one of the best decisions we ever made. At the end of the winter, our gas and electric bill was about the same as before the winter, as in we didn't have any extra bills for using the electric heating from the air conditioning. And so we carried on using it and didn't bother buying our new gas boiler, which we had quoted at over £5,000. Then a couple of years passed and the government are saying, get yourself air source heat pumps. This is the sort they mean. They are literally a replacement for your gas boiler. They only produce water at a lower temperature and are very difficult to make use of because of the problems with the heating not being hot enough. Gas boilers will be discontinued, but they're not that efficient. But never mind, just go with it, and it's going to cost you about £12,000. £12,000 plus fitting. So anything between £12,000 and £15,000 to have yourself a replacement for your gas boiler. That's not going to work for us. Okay, they are more efficient, possibly, but they don't even do the cooling. What we've got is, as was pointed out by Technology Connections, what we've got is a cooling and heating system which does both jobs very well. And the efficiency on our system is this. We put 1.2 kilowatts in, we get 3 kilowatts out. That's why when we took away the gas and used the electric, the bills remained roughly the same. And now, in the current climate, where everything is being made more expensive because of the wars and whatever, we're actually in the position where our gas bill would have doubled and our electric bill has only got up by 50%. But because we're using electric, we haven't been that badly hit, but it has got serious. Our bills has gone from £180 to near enough £280 per month. And it would have been a lot worse if we'd had gas. So, right now, quick update since the last video, because this is where things get even more interesting for us. We actually went ahead and got 2 more heat pump units, one in the kitchen and one in the back bedroom. Now, I know what you're thinking. Surely that's going to cost much, much more to run. Well, honestly, it's been the opposite. Here's the trick. By having the unit in each key area, we can just heat the rooms we're actually using. Kitchen in use, flick the kitchen unit on. Someone's staying in the back bedroom, the unit goes on, but only when it's needed. Otherwise, the door stays shut, and we're not wasting energy pumping heat into empty spaces. But we've still got the heat efficiency. It's basically zoned heating, but without any complicated tech or controls. Just a remote and a closed door. And the best part? Our running costs have actually dropped. Since adding the extra units, seriously, we're only heating the spaces we're in, so the system isn't floating to warm up. It's not fighting around. The whole house is pleasantly not cold, but we only keep the warm bits where we want to be. Plus, no more thermostat wars. Everybody can have the temperature they want in their own rooms. It's made a massive difference to our bills, and how comfortable the house feels. The remote controls have got timers on them, so you can just set them up. So if you're thinking about a heat pump setup, don't be afraid to go for a couple of smaller units and use those doors. It's worked out cheaper for us, and honestly, it just makes sense. How much cheaper? Our gas bill was down to about 50 pence a month. So we've gone to an electric cooker. But we've just reduced our electric consumption down now to around about £100 a month instead of the 180 that it was before. That's the sort of difference it's making. It really is huge, in a really good way. That's how to do it. It's worth having a look at. I'm not trying to sell them, just letting you know it's worth looking at. But don't think you've got to go for the expensive £12,000 things. What we're using, quite simply, is a reversible air conditioner, and we're using an immersion for hot water, and it's saving us a lot of money. When we had these fitted, they cost £350 each, and the fitting was about £800. They've gone up a bit since then, but not a great deal, so it's well worth looking at. Anyway, just some information. That's how I managed to save over £5,000 on my heating bills with just one simple heat pump trick. If you found this helpful and want more easy, no-nonsense tips to save money and make tech work for you, hit that subscribe button and tap the bell so you don't miss the next one. Got any questions about heat pumps or want to share your own energy-saving tips? Drop a comment below. I read every single one and reply to as many as I can. And if you know someone who's tired of sky-high bills, share this video with them. Let's help more people cut through the confusion and keep it simple. Thanks for watching, and remember, tech doesn't have to be complicated. See you in the next video.